Hang on. I see what you're pulling up. Don't you dare tell me that my whole life has been a lie.
I'm saying nothing.
Divine.
I'm saying nothing. Dudes, check it out. In this video, we are going to be going into the 10 greatest bass lines ever to be recorded on one of these bad boys. The Music Man, we know we are slowly turning into a married couple. We've got the freaking matching hats, the matching glasses, the matching Stingrays. We didn't know that we were going to have matching Stingrays today, so please forgive us. But we're going to be jumping into the 10 greatest bass lines ever recorded on a Stingray today. And check this out. I might have some sneaky insider information that might prove that the bass line everybody cites as being the greatest ever example of the Music Man Stingray wasn't recorded on a freaking Stingray.
That bass became the bass that I used to record the first Rage record, and it was a big part of my life.
Here we go.
Bring that shit in. Yes.
So good.
Take the power back. 92.
Outrageous bass riff. The first time I heard this album, freaking melted my face off. Friend came round in my bedroom, had my drum kit set up, and he just put that thing on, and I was like,
Oh yeah, same for me. I was in high school right before history class. I mean, for you, what was it? In the comments, let us know. When was the first time you heard this record? The first self-titled Rage Against the Machine record, which he famously used a Stingray on. It's very clean, actually, on the record. That's the cool thing. You can use a Stingray super clean, or you can run it and it really takes drive well. Like, it sounds just mean and nasty.
And then have you on your EQ, like on mine, I've got the bass boosted all the way up, and I've got the treble on about 10 o'clock. What's yours on? Similar?
What I do is I always turn both EQ knobs all the way up, and then I back them off each just a little bit.
Got it.
So I, either bass backed off a touch or all the way up, and then treble backed off a bit. And then I feel... You get that just nasty.
That sounds outrageous. And check it out, guys. I'm just going to play the riff 4 times round for you. But if you want to grab the tab and notation, we have got that for you. We have got you covered. It's down in the description below. Totally free. You can go grab it there right now. But check it out. Before you even start, you need to get that E string. You need to drop that down to a low D. Low D, my friends. And then once you've done that, it's time to play the riff. It's pretty simple. It's simply this. And it goes 4 times round. And at the end, you've simply got just like that.
Mr. Divine, who is next?
Dude, this is the greatest Flea clip on the internet. This is one of the first clips I saw of Flea. It completely destroyed me in every single way. And it's, I think, just encapsulates everything that the Chili Peppers and Flea is about. It is not one of the ones that you will know, but some of you out there will know. And if you do, please let me know in the comments when you first heard this. I want to know from you. Check this out. Oh. Insanity.
Dude.
And he's right in the pocket.
1989?
Here we go.
Oh,
Chad's even got boxer shorts on his head. Oh my word. Here we go. Oh.
Whoa.
It doesn't get any better than this, man.
Oh, it's so fun. And like, just the energy is insane.
It's incredible, man. This is incredible. It encapsulates everything that is awesome about Flea, and it doesn't end there.
Yeah.
It doesn't, just as you can't take any more and you're sweating and you feel like there's something uncomfortable in here. I need to take my top off. It gets even worse. Check this out. This is incredible. Check it out.
Oh.
Woo!
Whoa!
Just absolutely killing the bass. Oh, John.
Oh, man. 16th mil thing is like so pocketed too.
I have no words. This is what music is about, dude. It's about the energy of this clip. For the people out there on the YouTubes, how do they dial in the flea? What is it? What's the flea essence?
You need the punk rock ethos, which is play every note like it's your last.
Yes.
Apparently you need a StingRay. You probably need to dime all the knobs. And then it's all about like slapping, bouncing off the strings with octaves and doing like slap pop figures. Like...
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like he's playing something like...
Yeah, and it's like super hard. It's punk, dude. It's like,
yeah, it's so crazy.
And he had this, it's always rocking. It's like this thing, like rocking back and forward, and then octaves, and then just super hard and like top off and freaking digging hard.
You ready? You first.
Mr. Allison, this is for you.
1, 2, 3.
Yes! Yes, dude!
There's the man. Woo!
I mean, it's the coolest bass line ever. Oh! So here's the deal. Tony actually played this on a version of the StingRay that was called a Cutlass. It was a fretless Cutlass, and the Cutlass was a StingRay with a modulus graphite neck on it. So yeah, it was a cool special model.
The nerdisms, I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. But still StingRay-esque, so we're counting it. And the deal is, he played this with a pick, he used a chorus pedal, and he also used an octave pedal, right? And the sound...
outrageous.
Kind of playing hard, too. But it's that scooped out, like, bright StingRay sound.
That sounds outrageous. Guys, again, one more time, in the description down below, you can get the tab and notation for the bass lines that we're playing today, and we put it together for you completely free. Go get it. Oh.
Come on. Wait.
So great, this oh!
Is he playing... It sounds like he's playing with a pick, but he's not, right?
No, he's playing fingers. For anybody that doesn't know, this is obviously Joe Dart on bass, Vulfpeck's the band, 1612 is the track. Oh.
It's a sense. What you need.
Oh, it's
Just
so
the
cool.
space is beautiful, isn't it?
Sometimes I write a little song so you don't forget it.
Probably flat wounds?
Sometimes I write a little
I think
song
Joe plays flats and everything. Here we go, in the chorus.
12. That's a code to my heart. I go 1, 6, 1, 2.
So cheeky. How's he getting the tone for this? Like, if you
Well,
want that
hold on.
old school tone on a
Hang on.
Music Man, what's going down?
I don't know that he runs flats on the Music Man. In fact, I think on his signature bass, he used half rounds.
Dudes in
those,
the
like,
comments,
D'Addario
are we
half rounds.
spreading misinformation today? Please let us know in the comments. Was he using flats? Was he using rounds? Was he using half rounds? Please let us know down there.
Yeah, I don't know on this bass. I think he had flats on the Jazz, but I'm not sure. I will say, though, no matter what bass you have, right, like getting that kind of thing, it's about note length, and it's about not having way too much top. It doesn't sound like this, right?
That's too much, isn't it? Yeah,
It's too much
way
top
too
and
much.
bottom. I almost sort of feel like his bass is also passive with no active EQ. So I would say maybe turn these knobs about halfway, right? So that a little bit more mid-range comes through on your instrument. Then you might have to turn up a bit. Like... right? And that's not exactly right in terms of his sound. It's even more sort of like mid-rangey and punchy, but the length is a big deal. It is so tight and punchy.
So good.
Oh,
Beautiful.
listen to that sound. So another fretless Music Man. But this one really sounds like a fretless. Jeez.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Of course, the great Pino Palladino playing with Paul Young. Oh, those big
It
notes.
just fills so much sound, doesn't it? Just like, what? Oh, the best. Hey, and check it out. If you want to learn the intro to that song that Pino is playing, down there in the description, you can grab the PDF, tab and notation, free.
Oh, yes. Hey, we all have matching basses. John Deacon, you and me, Divine.
He got the memo. We were like, hey, John, look.
Do you know this is a reissue? This is not a real one, Divine. This is a 76 Nitro, one they did like 100 of, and I think this is number 66. Yeah. And yours, though, is the real deal Holyfield, I think from like 77, which is totally crazy.
Yeah. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. And exactly like John's here, but John's got some picks taped to the top of his bass piece. Should we let him take out the bass line and then we'll break this thing down? Because it's a killer line. Check it out.
Yes. Man, Freddie with the trucker and the towel and just the confidence, man. I mean, who's looking at John when you got Freddie? I gotta say, but hey, we're here to do you a service about the bass. We're talking about the StingRay. I have to fix something that I said when we've done this tune before. I said, it's weird. He modified his StingRay and put a thumb rest up on it. Now, of course, I got called out in the comments. No, it's picks that are taped. People are like, oh, what a dummy. It's picks. And I was like, and it was just like the rain filter and the sad song. And dude, it has just slowly, painfully faded over months. I'm still not over it anyway. No, it's not a thumb rest, Allison. It's picks that he's taped to his pick guard because he's a badass. I love it. Break this bass line down, Divine. What is it?
Yeah, super simple.
Yes. That sounds great.
Classic bass line.
Joe Lally? Is that how to say it?
Yeah. Woo! Really interesting tone as well. Like classic music, man.
Yes.
Here we go.
That's incredible. Like, is it over? That's awesome.
Love it, love it. Anyway,
what a fun
dude
device.
Plays the line. You know this one, right?
But in the beginning, he does, right?
Yes.
And I can see him playing it up in this register, but that's a tricky move. That very beginning lick he plays. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Pick as well.
Right. And I'm kind of palm muting it, but actually, I don't know that he's doing that. I think he's playing like...
You know it?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Josephine Wiggs.
Yes! Absolutely.
Breeders. Okay. Dude, check this out. There is a story about this tune.
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
When she goes up that first time, it's not the right note. It's not where they end up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like it goes up too low, right? Because I think they end up.
Yeah.
But I think she goes first to,
Yeah.
and then
And
it
then
goes.
up. Yeah.
And then I believe I heard someone told me, maybe in some YouTube comments, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so, because we've done this tune before. But someone told me that she just slid up and didn't quite get it the first time. And that the band was like, yeah, no, that's great. You know? Right? And then because it's this surprise and delight thing, right? It's like it subverts your expectation. You go up, you make a mistake, but you make the bug a feature, right?
Exactly
Like,
that, yeah. And it's a freaking awesome example of the Music Man sound as well. Like, it's just that got that mid scoop about it.
Yeah.
I can love it.
Oh.
Oh. Yes.
Whoa.
Should we just have that one more time? One more
Whoa,
time.
that was
Awesome bass
killing.
intro. Yeah. Paul Denman on bass.
Whoa, all like half steps.
Yeah. Just all the way down.
Is it this?
man.
Is it this?
Exactly that, yeah.
And then, and it's in D? Oh, crazy. That's cool,
Yeah.
man.
And again, you could, like, that Music Man sound is screaming
Yes.
out there.
Yes.
It's like there's a real nasal quality to it, isn't there? In the
Yes.
mid-range. Check it out.
I would never play that fill in a million years. Like, it's so inventive.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo, come on. Strapped up high on Mr. Denman. I dig it.
So check it out. This is deceptively tricky. It's just in D, but it goes.
Yes.
You've
Yeah,
got that
that bit at the
beautiful
end.
little this, yeah, that do-da-boo-da. And dude, yes, there is a bass solo in here. You
Oh,
ready?
that's right.
Yeah, it's like one of the first bass solos that I'd heard in like a pop tune. I was like, whoa! So check it out.
Come on. Oh,
Super cool,
that was
right?
beautiful. Like lyrical and cool. Sounds like it has a bit of chorus on it or something, right?
Yeah.
Wow, man. Very cool. What a sound.
Are you ready for the next one?
Of course, I was born ready.
Well, there's something special about this one.
Okay.
People that have been paying attention might remember that I mentioned something about a bass line, maybe the greatest bass line ever that was recorded on a Music Man StingRay that people talk about all the time.
Right.
Let's hear it first, and then let's get into the dirty.
The drama? The controversy, dude?
The great Bernard Edwards.
Yes.
Chic, obviously. And this was his last concert. Tragically, after this concert, he actually died this very night. Yeah.
What we're seeing right now. You're kidding.
What we're seeing right now, this was his last concert. He died later that night. Yeah.
Oh,
And you will
so
see
sad.
that on this track, he is using a Music Man StingRay.
On the show tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's such an incredible bass line. I mean, obviously, it's canon.
so great, so great. Look, we've got the tab and notation for you. I mentioned it before down below. Please, if you do not know this bass line, if you are a bass player, please learn it. Yeah, so check it out. So it just goes like this. Right?
But does it? No.
I knew somebody had called me out in the comments. I knew somebody, but I didn't think that I'd be called out by my greatest bass friend alive.
Hey, look,
Allison,
I'm doing it for it's the
killing me.
greater good. I'm doing it for the greater good, Divine. Okay,
How'd
check it out.
actually go? Yeah, tell me.
All right. I believe the great Bernard Edwards played this bass line this way.
Check this out. This is one of those lines that everybody, when they're talking about the Music Man StingRay, what's the sound of the Music Man StingRay? And people are like, oh, well, you know, like, have you heard Good Times? Have you heard Bernard Edwards? Like, that's the essence of the StingRay. And as I was putting this video together and doing my research, I found in the deep, dark depths of the interwebs on Reddit, I found somebody that was actually, that knew Bernard and was talking to him about that line. Do you mind if I read you the post?
Oh, dude,
Ian,
has my whole life been a lie?
Yeah, we've made videos talking about this very line, talking about how it was recorded on the StingRay. Yeah, Bernard was a friend of mine. We would run into each other in studios in the street. He would give me advice about a lot of things. He actually told me not to move to LA, and I didn't listen. I remember around 1978, I saw Bernard on a Chic album cover with a BC Rich bass. It was white with this unusually shaped body. Anyway, the song Good Times was on this album and I thought it sounded great, so I ran out and bought a white BC Rich. I got home and started playing Good Times. I'm saying to myself, this don't sound like the bass on the record. Well, I met Bernard shortly after and I told him that I bought the BC Rich, but I couldn't get that cool sound. And he said, man, I didn't play a BC Rich on that album. I played my Fender Precision. No. But you have a BC Rich on the album cover. And he said, well, yeah, the BC Rich looks great. So I take pictures with it. Dude, like that sounds legit. It sounds legit. And I was like, no way. So my thought after this was, but did he ever play a P bass? Did he ever play a P bass?
Oh, yeah, he sure did.
He sure did.
It's right in front of me as I live and breathe. But I have a question. Because I'm not fully buying it yet. Who is this guy? This is just random Reddit post? I mean, do you believe everything you read?
It was a random Reddit post. But it was just so detailed, dude. It was so detailed. So, again, like many things, I am going to take all guilt away from myself and put it to you, the audience. Please let us know in the comments. What do you think? Was it played on a P-Bass or was it on one of these? Was it the Music Man StingRay? And please, if anybody's in the know, if you actually were around and experienced that, please share your stories down below in those comments.
This is breaking my heart.
Dude, do you know what we have to do before we can let anybody go anywhere? Do you know what we need to do?
Listen to Louis Johnson slap the hell out of the StingRay?
How did you know? Look at that onesie.
I think you could pull it off.
I freaking would love to try. I'm not sure Lisa, my wife, would dig it. It is classic, isn't it?
Lisa, dig it. The onesie or the bass line?
Both. I'm into the bass line and the onesie. Just saying. And just on the Louis Johnson thing, just to take it all the way back to Flea, there's, even though they sound completely different, the aggression that Louis Johnson plays his bass, it kind of reminds me of Flea, right? It's just this, his hands just like, it's just so good.
Hits so good. Hard. I mean, I can't even I feel like his hand is going back here, you know? He's it's so insane. I can't do it. Louis Johnson's the best.
Yeah, we salute you, Louis Johnson. On that note, if you have enjoyed today's video and if you are not subscribed to this channel yet, please consider subscribing down below and hitting a like as well. We are trying to hit 1.5 million subscribers by the end of this year, and we would love for you to join us on this mission. With that said, take it easy and I'll see you in the shed.